I think a hero is any person really intent on making this a better place for all people. This was said by Maya Angelou. Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes of PMA with Patty. I'm your happy host, Patty Stulin. I hope that all is well in your part of the world. Over the past week, things have been different from my usual routine. Due to that change in routine, it has had me interacting with different people and the everyday heroes that surround us. During the COVID crisis, as bad as that time was, there were several positives. The main positive from that time I want to focus on was the appreciation and gratitude that was shown to many professionals and individuals for the heroic things they were doing despite many times putting themselves in the way of being infected to help others. Some of those heroic people were medical professionals and all of the others that could help keep the medical facilities operating and clean. There was law enforcement, emergency services, and educational services that continued to serve us. There are many more people that were incredible during that time. But for the purpose of this podcast message and my experiences over the past week, this will be the everyday heroes I will focus on. I was asked to speak to some seniors at the high school where I finished my teaching career. When I asked what they would like me to talk about, it was to talk about living their best dash. I was happy and accepted the invitation, of course. It is unbelievable to me that I have been retired for 9 years now, and it was just a little strange being back on campus. What it did for me, however, was to remind me of the everyday heroes that work in a school to help our kids. From the security personnel around campus, bus drivers, the secretaries, counseling staff, to the custodial staff, cafeteria workers, administrators, support staff, and of course, the teachers. And if I missed anyone, I truly apologize. They all show up to take care, guide, assist, nurture, feed, and teach our kids. I know for me, and I know for the majority of individuals that work in the school system, it wasn't and isn't about the money, especially when you consider it is basically a 9-month job. Contrary to many people's beliefs, teachers don't get paid for school breaks or holidays. In my school district, even after teaching for 30 years, I did not get any paid medical care during retirement. So, why do it then? For me, it was a passion and my purpose. And I know it is the same for the majority of others working in the school system. Another group of everyday heroes I have had firsthand experience with: emergency and medical personnel. My mom had been sick and I needed to take her to the hospital. It was twice in 2 weeks this happened. Spending an entire day in the emergency room area and watching all the workers in their various roles perform their jobs was truly inspiring. Their dedication, patience, care, knowledge, and understanding with each sick individual, with their very worried and concerned family members and loved ones, was remarkable. Even when those workers were being attacked verbally, they stayed professional. They listened and did their very best to help with the situation. I don't know what type of money or benefit these everyday heroes are making in their various roles. I am sure it is the same range as those of us that were working in education. As I drive around town and as I see our local fire and law enforcement, I am also reminded of the everyday sacrifices they make to keep us safe. And once again, the list of heroic individuals could go on and on. As I mentioned earlier, a positive that came out of COVID in the middle of this health crisis was the people mentioned here in this podcast episode, who were receiving some very overdue recognition. It was incredible to see on the news during those days people in New York City and other places around the world at certain times in the evening clapping, singing, playing music, shouting their praises for the healthcare workers. Seeing people stand outside their homes and waving at law enforcement, firefighters, and EMTs, and holding signs saying, "Thank you." teachers and other educational personnel learning a brand new way of teaching through a system called Zoom and taking care of their school kids so they could still learn and be connected while also taking care of their own kids and family members while being isolated. For those of you listening to this now, if you are one of these everyday heroes, thank you. I have done my best over the past couple of weeks to show my gratitude and express my thankfulness for what you do every day. I appreciate you. I encourage everyone to take a few moments to take those everyday heroes that you encounter each day. It costs you nothing except a few seconds of time, and it is priceless what you are doing for the person. You are validating them. We all want and need to be validated. As an educator, when I would receive a note, a letter, an email, or verbal compliment from a parent, student, administrator, or other staff member, it was like giving me $1 million bonus. Take a few minutes right now and think of whose everyday heroes are in your part of the world. Think of the times you have seen or heard them go that little extra to help you or someone else, and remind yourself to thank them the next time you see them, for they are the ones intent on making this a better place for all people. Like Maya Angelou said, here's to living your best dash, because your life matters. Life's an adventure. Go out there, enjoy the journey, and may God bless you all.